Yeah, let's just do a rolling start. All right, we're live. New episode of Cutting the Mustard. What's everybody up to? What's going on?
Nice R. How's it going? I don't know. I don't know what's going on really. Do we ever know what's going on?
A lot's going on, but basically just this might be just stop eating snacks. Just stop. This is the decree of this. It's all bad. Everything's getting taken off the shelves.
Wait a minute.
The GLP-1s are attacking us. We're not snacking anymore because we're being too svelte. Thanks to the snack companies, they're under attack by GLP-1 medications, and they're trying to revolt and creating super snacks that can bypass GLP-1 medications.
So what you're saying is, by way of people needing medication to harness their weight, you're the one suffering?
Who said I was suffering?
You said we're under attack by these GLP-1s, and now we're all too svelte, so suddenly you're just not eating anything because other people aren't eating anything? Sales are down, so you're also down? You have your own, who is coming into your house and being like, stop eating?
All right. I was pretending to be outraged.
Yes, and
you went a little bit too conspiracy theory.
Master. Yeah, that's pretty much the feel of today, I guess.
Well, I did want to talk about that news story, but I now I can't seem to find it, so I don't know if I imagined it.
You know why? That's what they want. They want you to think you imagined it. Carlos,
I did see it.
Can you say for me something?
Something.
Hate you.
Master. What? I don't know. I remember seeing something about like frozen foods having like metals in them. So
I think it's safe to say we can blanket assume everything has metal in it. But I think I also saw something that
but I'm thinking that's like very like minute. Like there's always.
So you're okay with that?
I mean, we eat microplastics. We eat lead on the daily. Like at this point, yeah, we always have metals. We need metals for our body.
Well, yeah.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
Iron, copper.
Yeah, you feel funny. You suck on some pennies. Is that what's happening?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Next time I see you when you're feeling a little peckish, I'm giving you an Abe Lincoln, and I'm gonna watch you swallow it.
All right.
Yeah. Metals are okay.
Go look at the back of that nutrition fact right now and tell me that there's nothing about iron or something on it. Read it right now.
It's very different when it's falling off of machinery in like flake particles into your system. Or like lead paint.
Read it right now.
You think there's iron in aloe?
There might be.
There might be iron in aloe. Okay, let's find out. Cue up the music.
All right, hold on. Yeah, wait.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Oh, you don't like that one?
It's fine.
This is the part of the show where we read the back of a Goya drink bottle. Anthony is taking a glance and he's going to tell us if there is any sort of metal nutrient.
There's metal in these goldfish. I will tell you this.
They're in the sea. That makes sense. All right. Not a significant source of iron.
You need more iron, Dan.
The point was it's not in there.
And I'm saying you need more.
Need more iron.
I had a burger like yesterday.
Have another one today.
All right. I might. I just might.
Good.
All right.
So that was a segment.
No, it's not trivia time. My mistake. Hold on.
Are you sure?
Soon?
I was so ready.
It's not trivia.
Most of the answers are metal-based answers.
You gotta get easier.
Most of the answers are Burger King.
That's unfortunately probably true.
Most of the answers are Burger King. All right, do we want to get into the news then?
Or what?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Our first news story today is Rice Krispie Treats is releasing its first ever salty snack. Look at that. Chocolate sea salt pretzel and caramel sea salt pretzel. Krispie Treats Bliss. What do you guys think of this?
I approve. I'd try both.
Are you big fans of Rice Krispie?
Yeah, they're pretty consistently decent. You
I
know, it
won't
doesn't
actively buy them, but like if given, I will eat them.
right. If they're present, like it's fine. Like I'm more likely to make them, I think. But this is an interesting little twist that they're like leaning into. I wonder if they're trying to push into like. I know they're kind of a staple, but like I wonder if they're trying to be like in the granola bar space with this. Like, do they think this
Probably.
changes it enough for it to be like a standard every day? Let me throw this in my lunch as a little sinful experience at
You get a
around
little-
12:30.
Get a little hint of salt,
Little pretzel.
caviar, and Pringles. Wait, what is this?
What is happening? Are you
All
okay?
No, I'm a little crazy. I feel like the Mad Hatter.
Interesting. But like, so are we moving on immediately? Was that it for the Rice Krispies? I mean, there's
Yeah,
really not too much
not
to
that
get.
interesting.
Wow.
All right,
Wow.
Frito-Lay's brand new line of chips is giving Doritos, Ruffles, and Tostitos a makeover. This is more interesting to me. Sorry, Rice Krispies.
This is also not even what you were talking about. What happened to the Pringles and caviar? Where?
Yeah.
No, that was just a note. I guess that's something that people are doing now.
That's wonderful. We should try that.
Frito-Lay's rolls out a new Simply snack line, and I'm definitely interested in this. I love my chips.
There you go.
Some fans noticed Simply products disappearing from shelves, prompting concerns over discontinuation behind the scenes. Frito-Lay was busy perfecting the brand's next chapter. Now Simply is back with snacks that promise to be just as crunchy, flavorful, and delicious as the original counterparts. So we have white cheddar nacho Doritos, zesty cool ranch, hot and spicy Ruffles, and sea salt with avocado oil Tostitos.
What exactly is the difference here? They're like baked, or is it like?
I believe so. I
less
believe this
salt?
is their baked line.
Very cool. So they're doing like a little bit of a rebrand.
Yeah.
I
guess they
take out more stuff.
Yeah.
I'm curious how the zesty cool ranch is going to be. Does it
Probably good?
Let's see. Simply line is made without artificial flavors and colors, which is especially considering the FDA's recent red dye 3 ban. Food companies, we just triggered Carlos. Food companies have
until is my thing. I don't care about red 3 or red 4.
2027 to remove the ingredient, making Frito-Lay's new chips a step ahead of the requirement. I don't really see a release date here anywhere, so I guess we'll have to keep a lookout. I'll definitely try to keep a lookout since I like to do the chips for our reviews. But I know there are some new ones from Lay's gonna be out there soon, so we'll have some reviews coming. Spring summer is definitely like review season. A lot of new stuff around the spring and the summer.
Absolutely, actually.
I think they're bringing back the pickle flavor too.
Yeah.
Yeah, zesty pickle Doritos.
Speaking of pickle.
Yeah, moving on to pickles. You want to hit this one, Anthony?
I didn't read this article specific, but Popeyes is teasing a new pickle lemonade coming out. Maybe, potentially.
Pickles and lemonade. Name a better combo. We'll wait. I actually do like this. A little zing, a little pickle juice.
Oh, they just spilled it.
Yeah.
It looks good. I'll definitely give this a try. It comes out. Hopefully, this isn't an April Fool's joke because it says 4/1/25.
I can't. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't imagine they would joke about something so serious because, like, chicken sandwich and like pickles, it's a match made in heaven, and it's really not that far off from what's been going on with the last
Like
few.
somebody else said it. Please don't be a joke.
Waves of trends.
April Fools, but jokes on you.
That's a pretty cruel joke.
I mean, in fairness,
yeah, that's really
even if it is a joke, we could just make it.
Yeah, if it's a joke, we're making it. I don't care.
And we absolutely will. And if not, I'll be the first in line.
Yeah.
And if it does happen to be a joke, I think we need to go down there and talk to somebody because they don't understand what they're doing. Because this would sell out immediately.
I was gonna say, if anything, it shouldn't be a joke. Because remember, a couple months back, I think even last year, Sonic had that thing with the Dr. Pepper and pickles. So like,
right.
Why not make it with lemonade?
We're like I think we're well beyond pickles being a joke. People are starting to take pickles a lot more seriously, and it's a nice thing to see.
I agree. We should take pickles seriously. I used to drink pickle juice as a kid. It's probably good for you, especially fermented pickle juice. It's good for your gut. Let's go to our next story, which is a little bit saucier. Pirates Booty founder stages Long Island mutiny, declares he's the mayor, and tries to fire the village staff. This is a crazy story from this week. The founder of Pirates Booty. What's up?
I don't know. I admire the efforts, but I don't know why you think any of this would work.
The founder of Pirates Booty Snacks lost his chaotic bid for mayor of a tiny New York community after he claimed the village leader and had the authority to replace the entire local government. Officials said Thursday. Elena Villafane, the incumbent mayor of Seacliff, defeated Pirates Booty Snacks founder Robert Ehrlich 1,064 to 62 on Tuesday in the village, which is about 26 miles northeast of Midtown Manhattan. I don't know if I've been over there. She had been running unopposed for her third 2-year term when Ehrlich jumped in the fray a week ago. So he was only in it for like a week.
Yeah,
and he thought he was going to win. All right,
I guess he figured maybe he thinks himself a pirate of sorts, and
he thought he could just take over.
Swoop on in there.
Ehrlich went to Village Hall and presented a statement falsely asserting his authority as mayor, demanding access to office space and declaring the entire village staff was fired effective immediately, but could reapply for their jobs. This guy just lost his little mind.
I guess so.
While village staff remained calm and professional throughout the incident, Ehrlich and his associates raised their voices, used profane language, and made outlandish claims and engaged in direct harassment of village personnel. Despite multiple requests to leave, he refused, creating a hostile and disruptive environment that required police intervention. This guy lost his mind. He thought he could just like take over the small town government.
62 votes?
Northern New York.
Yeah. I guess
it's insane.
I guess you guys gotta shoot your shot, right?
I don't want to dissolve the village. I want to consolidate the village.
Let's consolidate. So fire everybody.
Yeah,
right.
I mean
they can reapply. It's fine.
This guy thinks he's like Trump Jr. or something. I don't know. It's crazy.
More so Elon, since he was one that was doing all the firing.
Oh yeah. I guess he's trying to take, but not he does. His claim to fame is the creator of Pirates Booty, which is a great snack.
It is. It's pretty good.
But I don't think that gives you
carte blanche on New York
take over small town.
Really,
in
no.
New York.
You need a little bit more than white cheddar to, yeah.
Are you going to stop buying Pirates Booty now?
No, if anything, I feel like this would make me buy it more. Because, while I don't agree with, trying to, infiltrate the government in that way, you have to admire the tenacity. It's ridiculous. And it doesn't seem to have harmed anybody, necessarily.
No, he just yelled
also
at
kind of nice. Yeah, so, in a way, it's kind of the whimsy we need.
Yeah, he just, went in and yelled at people. They're like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess maybe he did it just more to gain attention for the town. I don't know if this was some kind of stunt thing.
Yeah, he's
like PR
he's
stunt.
for sure not a well person. It doesn't seem like he's a well person. I can't imagine it was like in good faith and like, look at me, like I just happened to find it a little whimsical.
I originally would have thought this was like some kind of stunt marketing for like Pirates Booty, like to increase the value or get the attention to it or attention to the town. But then hearing that he like harassed people and like saying things were rigged and stuff, it makes me think differently about what the purpose of this was. Yeah. He definitely was legitimately trying to take over. But what do you do? Do you arrest this person? Like, what do you like? Is this?
Well, they did say that the police got involved, so perhaps he got arrested.
I mean, he barged in and stuff. I don't know.
I'm not sure what the charges would be, but there should be some kind of a watch on him at least.
Disturbing peace.
But everybody always wants violence before anything needs to happen, so like I guess just keep buying the snacks and maybe he'll be happier. Maybe we can get a sponsorship. Should we have him on? Yeah, look at him. He's
happy. Look at him. He's like,
is that his child?
Related.
I don't know.
That's what maybe it's his son boy.
Maybe
his second in command. Oh, they're gone. Oh,
maybe.
My God. But yeah, I thought that was worth mentioning because like, what the Christ is that about?
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you're still going to buy Pirates Booty after this.
I suggest that you do. If we don't want this to happen again, I think we should all go out after this and get some.
Some Pirates Booty?
Yeah.
I do like Pirates Booty. Maybe I should.
It's pretty good
to celebrate.
Yeah.
I used to sometimes buy them at Costco.
Sure.
All right, our next one is the 50 best breads in the world. So this is a big one. I'm a big bread fan. I think we all are here in some way.
Hashtag bread boys.
Bread boys. Cutting the bread. Cutting the bread. Number 8 is roti, which I don't think I've ever had.
It's good stuff.
It's very similar to naan.
In a way.
Speaking of which, 7 is aloo naan, which I don't think I've had.
Wait, which one is that one?
It's like a crispy, I think, right?
This one, it looks a little bit more airy.
Mm.
Then number 6, we have batura, which is, I think I've had this at in Disney actually.
Oh.
I think there's a version of this they have in Galaxy's Edge.
Nice.
Then number 5, we have paratha, which looks like another kind of naan. Or number 4 is actual, just plain naan. Nice. Number 3 is parota, which I don't know if I've had.
That doesn't sound familiar to me either.
A lot of just
like a pizza bagel.
Obviously, a lot of these are Eastern Asian like breads. Obviously, just because of population sizes.
Densities, yeah.
Amritsari kulcha. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, I'm butchering these. Also, Northern Indian. I don't know if I've had this. And then number 1, most popular bread in the world, is butter garlic naan, which I have had, and it is amazing. And I wish
it is a staple whenever you get Indian food. Like I've had that one. I've had regular naan, and I've had keema naan, which
that's always
keema
good
is. They have like ground meat in it, and I feel like it would do better, but the one that I had made it so doughy that it didn't come out right.
Yeah, you need that balance of wet and dry, or like consistency. But garlic naan as number 1, I think. I mean, there's no other right choice. I can't think of a better choice. Even like considering like cultural like redirection, if you like did the math to make it fair that way, I think it would still be up there.
Yeah, no, I debated getting some yesterday just because I wanted some Indian food and I wanted some garlic naan, but I went a different direction.
Yes.
And then our last story for today, we have another GLP-1 because this is so
oh my God,
like synonymous with snacking because people are losing weight taking GLP-1s.
You're obsessed.
Well, anytime I look at stories, there's a snack story involving GLP-1s and how the industry is like managing it. So 1 in 8 people, this is why 1 in 8 people in the U.S. is taking a GLP-1 drug, and food brands are taking notice.
For sure.
Major conglomerates are creating all new products to cater to changing nutritional needs. 1 in 8. That's how many people have been taking peptide 1 GLP-1s. We see opportunity within our unique snacking portfolio, basically to modify GLP-1s so that they could basically circumvent snack foods, or tie into people taking snack foods, because GLP-1s slow digestion, which can cause food to sit in your stomach longer and lead to nausea. To avoid this, I recommend people are trying to figure out how to sell snacks to most of the country, a good portion of the country, 1/8 of the country trying to take GLP-1s. Maybe we could watch this video 1 second.
You know what I think the pivot is here?
What is it?
It's either waiting for people to because I can't imagine you would take this indefinitely, unless people do take it indefinitely. Maybe that is.
I don't think that's a purpose.
Keep things on a balance.
Well, some
no, of course not. But I mean,
one of them is Ozempic. So
yeah,
it's pretty much everyone trying to get healthier, and drugs similar to Ozempic have the positive of losing weight. When you lose weight, you don't tend to eat as much usually, unless you're
for sure.
But also, we can kind of relate this to the Simply line article that we talked about earlier, since they're trying to make it quote unquote healthier in some ways. So maybe they're trying to market it so that hey, you're losing weight, but here's also a healthier alternative.
Yeah, because people are not going to feel inclined to eat these snacks.
For sure. That, or these people could find a way to push into the drink space. I don't know. I mean, I know shakes are pretty popular with people, but if there's a way to make it easier to consume things, maybe they could start some kind of fancy Soylent type line.
Yeah, probably. I had Soylent when it was big. Didn't taste delicious.
Very good. Oh,
let's see what
this guy
says.
When it comes to North America, Nestle also has a new brand due to launch later this year that is specifically targeted for consumers that are currently on GLP-1 drugs. So this is actually quite important, because what Nestle is putting forward is this line where it's basically frozen foods that will be sold under $5 and will include pasta, will include pizza, that will have contents that are higher in fiber, higher in protein, and less caloric. And we had the chance to speak with the CEO about this, the impact of GLP-1 drugs on the food industry. And he actually said that this is an opportunity for the company.
And the initial reaction was, okay, people who are on this drug will simply consume less food, and hence it's going to be a straight negative to food companies like us. And I think what since has emerged is that nutritional needs don't go away. They're just shifting. So, before, during, after a GLP-1 therapy, consumers still have nutritional needs, but they may be different from someone who's not on a weight loss regimen. And so for us, this is an opportunity to bring exactly science to the table, and then work on what we call companion products that really then address some of the specific consumer needs during that treatment. And so there's two that stand out. One is to have a higher protein intake to avoid the loss of lean muscle mass. And the other one is micronutrient fortification, because when you're on a diet, you'll eat less calories, but at the same time, your vitamin needs are the same. And so hence, you need to be sure that there's proper supplementation or additional levels of vitamin intake to compensate for that. And this is what we're addressing with this new line of frozen products in Vital Pursuits.
Now, there's also quite a lot of concern about some of the side effects from GLP-1 drugs, because some suggest that they're just too recent, they haven't been tested for a long period of time. So I was just wondering, when thinking about being a food manufacturer, how did you feel comfortable in entering this market so soon? Ultimately, is there enough research for Nestle to step into this market?
Look, I mean, it's a major innovation in weight loss and something that I think the world has been waiting for a number of decades now, because we're seeing around the world a rising obesity problem. And we are, of course, from our side, we're not the truck manufacturer. We're just offering companion food and beverage products that will go along with it very nicely. And so I believe, it's an important point of being responsive to this major consumer trend. From what we know today, it will be a major new class of drugs that beyond North America will also become highly relevant in other parts of the world.
Yeah, shut up.
That's enough. We get it. So interesting. Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. It is interesting, kind of, but like they're not saying anything that's not known already. When you get these drugs, they tell you like you can supplement with vitamins. They even like prescribe them in some cases to like. So like I guess like they're trying to attract a certain crowd, but I don't really see that working overall unless you're already like dedicated to Nestle for some specific reason.
Pretty much.
Because like you could just do these things on your own.
Seems like they're scrambling a little bit.
Good. Water ass.
Seems like they're scrambling.
I mean, I get it. Like from a business standpoint, it makes sense. It's just none of it is really. It's not really innovative in any. I don't know.
I mean, leave it to them. They have to figure it out. I mean, people are eating less snacks.
Oh, it's not my problem.
Snack prices went up, and now people are eating even less. So now, like, these companies have to correct their overcorrection, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
make it cheaper.
We already had this conversation that if you want to make chips, just buy a potato, slice it up, season it, prepare it. Whether you fry it or bake it, boom. You're going to get way more than what you got from a family-sized bag.
I feel like...
And
like this
you learn something.
Yeah, I feel like the show turned from we're gonna try all these snacks and it's really fun, and we're getting to a point where it's like stop eating the snacks and just make the shit at home.
The hypocrisy is tantamount.
I agree.
Once I figure out how to make flavors, the shit is over. It's all over.
And that's why it's called cutting the mustard and not, snack promo plus. Like,
even though we are technically doing that, we got that insidious nature. We're gonna get in under the wire and we're gonna fix the shit.
Yeah, because the snack industry is not cutting the mustard.
Not even close.
Well, that is all the news we have for today. So. All right. Oh, we have a lot of wardrobe change here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. So this is going to be a shorter episode, but Anthony, I heard you have something for us.
I don't know if you want to put up with my nonsense for another 5 minutes or so. But, when you're out in the world and you're thinking about stuff, and I consider the show like, a wellspring of new information and new ideas. I just had a few ideas to run by y'all.
Sure.
If you'd be interested.
Yeah.
The Slender Man walkthrough dining experience.
Slender Man's still a thing?
See, that's what I mean. This came to me in a dream state, kind of, and I don't know if it's totally relevant anymore, but like it seems like people would like glom onto it. You get blindfolded, they drop you in a forest. You have a headache for some reason. You have an empty stomach. And it's all contained. It's all very safe. It's like monitored. You have to find the 8 pages of menus. You pick what you want. Maybe you get it. Maybe you don't. And, you leave there feeling kind of unsatisfied.
It sounds like it's a combination of an escape room meets a restaurant as your reward.
Exactly. But you're not necessarily guaranteed any food. Yeah, exactly. It's like that kind of a vibe. It's like foggy. I have some other stuff if you guys want to just move on. That's fine.
No. I kind of like this idea. I just wondering if maybe you might have to swap out cryptid every once in a while.
Yeah. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, no.
It would have to be a revolving door
like,
kind of.
We could do like Mothman's Meatball Mania.
Yeah, you got Mothman, the Rake, the Wendigo.
Wendigo. We could do a partnership with Wendy's. Wendigo Wendy's. They have like weird burgers with antlers or something. There's like it's an infinite.
Sir, this is a Wendigos.
Exactly.
That's Elmo's favorite. Okay.
Elmo likes the Wendigo.
Yeah, I think Elmo likes it.
Does he respect the culture though?
I don't think so.
Does that mean Elmo promotes cannibalism?
That's Elmo's favorite. Okay.
I mean, he's a monster. I guess what can you expect? Did y'all want another one?
Yeah, give us one more.
One more?
Yeah.
Unrestrained summer buns?
What the hell does that mean?
If it's hot out, it should be hot in. Make a series of loaves of seasonally appropriate breads for your friends. Right? Think like bright citrus flavors, a cool vanilla mint, maybe a shocking blue raspberry, and you're just giving baked goods to friends in the summer.
Mustard. Thinking of a blue bread for blue raspberry, and I'm just like, would that even taste good?
Would the
maybe
color
blueberry bread?
It's like a muffin. That wasn't as summery to me, but I guess that's fair.
Blueberries are pretty summery.
I was just thinking more along the lines of like a popsicle.
Blueberries are very much summer.
Like a late summer thing, right?
Fine. You want to think inside of a box? That's fine. Yeah, it's all part of it. You guys want one more?
Sure, let's do one more and then we'll wrap up.
Because none of this is hitting like I thought it was, and I think I might have to like lay down for a while.
No. I like the first
really
one a lot. The second one.
Yeah, it's fine. Actually, I have two. If you have time.
All right,
for
let's go. Speed round.
All right. Cereal in a tube.
What the hell?
There's two versions of it. One is pre-wet, perfect consistency for swallowing on the go, or you can get dry, and it's just a crunch of crumbs in a pinch. Like, when you're walking to the post office.
And what is this in regards to?
And you feel like the first one, though?
What is this in regards to the whole wet and
just
whatever?
Just
the
convenience of it, because like some people like when the milk gets soggy, and then other people just like a handful of dry cereal sometimes. But the tube is the thing. It would be a wider mouth,
like a Go-Gurt?
Dry. In a way, but better. More like a toothpaste, or like how they have tomato paste and those metallic like. You guys are killing me.
All right. Well,
no, yeah, I think you lost me because you kind of
lost you.
Thing. It's like one of those like shaker cups where you fill it with milk, and there is a tube that you put the cereal in, and then you could just drink it on the go.
No, but I want you can't put a cup in your pocket. This would be pocket sized. Here's my last one.
All right.
Here's my last one. Here's my last one, and then y'all can yell at me after we hang up. Combination locks. It's just smoked salmon. It's smoked salmon and a cipher. You have to guess the ingredient that it's been paired with before the expiration date.
I guess this could be an alternative to GLP-1s in a way. You have to work for your snacks.
Just you pay for it, but it's made harder. Yeah, I was thinking like like a Da Vinci Code. I don't know what the name of the apparatus is, but you have to like figure out some words, and you're like, oh, it's like lox and cream cheese. That's a classic. That's wonderful. It also could be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it could just be, sand or like a handful of stale crackers.
All right, we're gonna move on. This is
kind of like a mystery book.
So I like the first idea the best.
Yeah, me too. That one makes the most sense. The other ones seem more like a chore.
That's the most well thought out.
Well, no, because I also like the thing that you talked about last night with us, the sinklings.
What's that? Oh yeah, that's that TM. Good Christ.
Yeah,
That's not really a food item, but
it's not. But like, I thought that was a nice idea. But we can always talk about that.
I thought we could push into the kitchen space as well, because kitchen's food. It's not really a food item, but we're gonna have a nice.
We'll get to that. All right, so this one is a little bit shorter. We're short on time, but the next one we're gonna do probably an Easter thing. We're gonna rate Easter candies. We'll do Peeps, stuff like that, jelly beans, chocolate bunnies, Cadbury eggs.
Okay. I have a question then, for clarification's sake.
Sure.
Every flavor of Peeps, or just classic Peeps? And then jelly beans, which brand? Or just the concept of jelly beans as an Easter candy?
We're going to set it up. We're going to add some diversity to the pool. So we're going to do other flavors.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll do a full Easter episode, and maybe we'll have more about Sinklings potentially.
Nice.
But
Yes.
This one's a short one. We're going to have a big Easter spring episode, I think. And then
Indeed.
I kind of want to talking about your favorite sports foods.
Right. You mean like ballpark specifics?
Yeah, ballpark foods, hot dogs, pretzels, stuff like that. We'll go into a full sports stadium food thing. And then also summer's coming, so that means new flavors, new things to try out. We're not totally curmudgeon-y about snacks. We want to try interesting stuff, and we'll let you guys know what we think about it. But
absolutely.
Do you guys have any closing remarks for this episode? It's a little bit shorter, but
no. Yes.
No, I got nothing. I just still like the idea that Anthony brought up for the little escape room restaurant thing.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll fully ideate. Yeah, work on it. Workshop it.
We're going to flesh that out, and we're going to see if we can get that going. I'm not sure how legal most of it will be, but that's fine. Yeah, have a good experience.
That's a fact.
Bye, everybody. See you next time.
One bite, one sip, and that's enough.